This is the Bush Whisperer coming at you from the beautiful penguin sanctuary, southern tip of Africa. Cape Agulhas, Boulders Beach, Boulders Penguin Sanctuary, Cape Town. Come to talk to you today about hacking the matrix. Are you hacking the matrix? How do you hack the matrix? How do you transcend this physical reality that's become like a bit of a prison for your mind, through which your consciousness is locked into patterns? You see, we're kept in the matrix. And I did a video about the matrix. Go and take a look. It's probably about a month ago. You'll find it somewhere floating around in my BushWhisperer Speaks library. Must be over 100 by now. Yeah, over 100 by quite a shot, I'm guessing. I don't really count. The reality of this matrix is that we are kept in track by our habits. And the habits are what sort of form the structures of being through which we operate. So we are habitually doing the same thing, normally, most of the time, every day. And this is fundamentally important for keeping rhythm. So the rhythm of life is maintained through the habits of being. It makes sense. Though, if you want to challenge the matrix, challenge your habits, it reminds me about something I always used to enjoy doing. I haven't done it in a while. I used to just jump on a bus and see where it goes. And just sit on any random bus and allow it to just take me wherever it wants to go with me. And that way I would find that, I hope you can see this little guy sitting up here behind me. Can you see him? Oh, he's gone away. There's a little Dusty sitting above my hands. Good for you, my boy. So, yeah, I used to just go on a random journey and see where the bus takes me. Jump off the bus, walk in a random place. If I find a train, jump on the train, see where it goes. And I used to go on these most random journeys to random places where I didn't know where I was going. I was always just challenging the matrix, challenging the world around me, challenging the structures, challenging my own habits. And one ends up in the most profoundly interesting situations when one does this. One ends up in a situation of fundamental change and starts to experience new possibilities, new ideas, new thoughts. And this is the key to actually breaking the patterns that have kept us stuck in the beings that we think we are. So there's my little boy. He's gone to comment on two people, tourists that are walking on this path, telling them like they look the same, they're wearing the same clothes, because there's a man and a woman and they're both wearing blue slacks, similar tackies and white tops. So he's telling them that they look like they're wearing the same clothes. He's hilarious. He's telling them there's something wrong with their clothes. I should intervene. Give me a moment. So my little boy just gave me a crash course in cracking the matrix, because he started talking to a couple of Americans, tourists here, and he was picking on them because of the way they were dressed. See, children don't hold back. They allow themselves to just embed themselves within the sphere of experience and just follow their instincts and allow the thoughts that they're thinking to actually become the words that they're saying. And when you become so in tune with yourself, the matrix cracks, because it can't handle that. It's expecting you to follow habitual programming. It's expecting you to follow patterns. It's expecting you to be stuck in the same resonant frequency that you've always been in. The moment you allow yourself to embrace change, you start to transcend the matrix. When you start to transcend the matrix, all sorts of possibilities start to take form around you. You start to become attuned with the possibility of change and transformation. The magic of the universe is flowing through your heart. And you start to notice that things are not what they seem. You start to notice that people are not what they seem. And people start reacting to you in an unusual way, because they are observing and noticing that this person isn't following the usual pattern. We're all stuck being who we thought we're meant to be, saying what we think we're meant to say, going where we think we're meant to go, following the same cycles and patterns of being that will keep us stuck in the same resonant frequencies of life. And so we're not really fully experiencing who we are and what we are. So stuck are we in our patterns of who we think we're meant to be that we forget to pay attention, and we forget to really just be ourselves. We forget to just experience life as life and allow ourselves to just fully embrace the potentials of change that are flowing through us. To fully embrace the possibilities of life is to fully be present. And when you're fully present, you start to notice things. And when you notice things, you start to feel the impulse to need to be a part of what's happening around you. And it's so easy to just go through life with blinkers on, to be a patterned product of the world. And the world wants us to become a product. And those that run the world want us to buy products. And so we're constantly being advertised at, we're constantly being programmed in one way or another by ourselves, by the world, by each other, by the programs we've been taught in schools. Through every different mechanism, there's continual programming teaching us what patterns we need to stick to, what form we need to keep. And so it's fundamentally important to be able to just let it all go, to be able to experience life as a river and to be able to flow with the river of life so that we can just find the way we're meant to be, the way we're meant to flow. And in order to find the way you're meant to flow, you've got to let it all go. And so the exercise of just walking out your door and going somewhere you've never been before becomes a very exciting adventure. I suggest you all do it. Just go out and break your patterns. Go somewhere you've never been before. Do something you've never been. Go and speak to the kind of people you would never have spoken to before. And open your world to new possibilities. And the moment you start to open your world to new possibilities, you will notice how stuck you had been previously. You will notice how trapped you had been in the mind, and how expectations govern all our choices and govern the way in which we move through life, how it keeps us stuck in these patterns that we think we're meant to follow. And it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to get lost. We're all essentially lost. And when we're lost, we want to look for the familiar. And so we embrace these patterns, we embrace these habits as if it's a lifeline. Think about that for a moment. Like and share this video if you think it's a good one, if you think others can benefit from it. And realize that that lifeline is just a figment of your imagination. It's not real. It's not really a lifeline. You don't really need to be stuck in any patterns. You don't really need to be losing your sense of direction in order to embrace the map that you know so well. Learn to go off the map. Good morning. Learn to transcend the map. Learn to break the patterns of your being so that you can find new patterns, new ways to express the harmonies, new ways to transcend what it is you thought you knew, who it was you thought you were. And your world will expand. The people that you will meet will bring new ideas to you, ideas that will be like nutrition for your soul. And your soul will start to speak to you in the more direct and more honest and more open ways. And the moment we are able to break the patterns of the matrix, we will break the patterns within ourselves that keep us from seeing ourselves as we are. And that's when we start to become ourselves as children. When we start to really see the beauty of the world and the beauty of the self. When we start to see the beauty in other people. That's a sign that you're breaking the matrix. So, remember that. Break the matrix. See the beauty. Find out who you are. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's on the right-hand side on the top. That way you won't miss any of my daily updates. These podcasts are flowing hard and flowing fast. Keep it real. Keep it sweet. Go out. Enjoy your life. And don't forget, don't be scared to go places you've never been before. Don't allow fear to hold you back. Embrace the possibilities of change, and change will become the possibility of growth. And the growth will become the possibility that you've been seeking all your life. That will bring the possibility of joy into being, so that harmony can become the ground upon which you walk. This is the Bush Whisperer, sharing a few words of direction. Have a lovely day. Keep it real, keep it sweet. Om Shanti.